ជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនឥឡូវជួបជាមួយនាងខ្ញុំឥឡូវថ្ងៃនេះយើងនឹងធ្វើต้มยำស៊ុបបងប្អូនខ្លះដែលថាចេះធ្វើស្លម្ជូរយួនហើយឥឡូវថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំនឹងបង្គាប់បងប្អូន how to make ធ្វើសម្លต้มยำដូចសម្លដូចថាต้มยำនៅថៃហ្នឹងបងប្អូនថ្ងៃនេះ okay we are going to make tom yum soup. Those of you who have eaten, okay, tom yum soup at a restaurant, Thai restaurants, Asian restaurant, no authentic tom yum soup, I will show you today, okay. What you will need, okay, for all of you, these are the ingredients that you'll need. You'll need a stalk of lemongrass, and then those of you who have a taste of lotus root, okay, the lotus root can come, you know, with long stems or long roots. However, you can buy lotus root from the store in a jar, and it says lotus rootlets in brines, so you can buy it from the jar. I got mine from a jar, okay. So what you need to do is, when it comes in a jar, it's about this length, okay. But if you are going to be in the Southeast Asian area or countries, the lotus root is very long, okay, and it's purple. All you need to do, you need to peel the outside first in order to get to the root that's white like this. So what you do, you need to take it out from the jar. I washed these already, okay, before prepping so that I can show you. So I took these out and I washed it in water. You can wash it beforehand or afterwards, up to you. I happen to wash it before, okay, so that when I'm putting my ingredients, okay, I'm gonna put all my ingredients in a this is a stainless steel little container, okay, not little, pretty big, okay. Then you'll need eggplants, this long purple eggplants. You can use the other crunchy Asian eggplants as well. You'll need mushrooms, any type of mushrooms. I usually do the what you call it, the other mushroom, the long stem one, but because today I texted my daughter to buy me all the ingredients, and this is what she bought me for the mushroom, so no problem, nothing wrong with that. So with the lotus root, okay, oh, you will also need tomato, okay. I am putting 4 tomatoes. I'm doing the tom yum soup today with, okay, pork ribs, okay, and salmon, okay. That's my meat. For the lotus root, you need to cut it shorter. Instead of this long, you are going to cut it like 1 inch, okay, just like that, 1 inch, and then put it in your bucket or your container. So I'll put everything in here. Okay, what you need to do, just like that, okay. Oh, and with the lotus root, okay, you can actually see stringy like silk or thread. It's normal, it's okay. Put it in, okay, like that. Now with the tomato, okay, my daughter actually already cut the tomato. You want to cut it into chunks just like that, okay. So all of these are like 4 tomatoes that my daughter already prepped for me. Very nice of her. With the lemongrass, you need to cut it about 2 inches, okay. You will put this into the stock, into the pot. Cut it, like I said, about 2 inches. Throw the rest away. This part, throw it away. Now with the, what you call it, mushroom, bang on sat nang ka mushroom, okay. Cut it in half. So I put it in here, one side, okay. I'm gonna cut the mushrooms. You can cut the mushrooms smaller if you want to, depending on your mushroom that you have. You can cut it in 4s, okay, in quarters, or you can cut it in half. I'm gonna just do half because with the mushroom, it's you know, once they are cooked, they are a little bit smaller, okay. So I'm putting it cut your mushrooms. With this tom yum, I'm making the creamy one with coconut cream or coconut milk. Some people prefer theirs without the coconut, but my daughters and my family, they love with the coconut. Okay, now with the eggplants that you have, you can cut it very easily. You can use your cutting board knife. Okay, you can use your knife and do it just like that, or you can do it right on the cutting board. That's fine too. Okay, just put on one side. So when you are doing your vegetables, make sure, if you're gonna do it on the cutting board, it's fine too. Okay, I found it that it's easier when I cut it how I did earlier. Okay, you don't need with the with the purple eggplants, you don't really need to take the skin off. Okay, you don't have to. Just cut it just like how I did, wedges or in this size. Okay, now since I am going to do with the ribs, okay, see, I put all of my vegetables on one side. Now with my ribs, I'm gonna put this here and here. So with my ribs, now before I do my ribs, this is my fish. Okay, I already cut the salmon into this size already because I was doing something with the salmon the other day to show all of you how to display or decorate your salmon. So I cut it in chunk. So this is my salmon. I cut it in chunk because this will go in very well in the soup. Okay, so this is my salmon. Some of them I already filleted the skin off. Some of them I didn't. So it's okay. You can do either or with the salmon. Okay. Okay, so then I put it here. Now, since I am going to make ribs, okay, with salmon, I am going to cut my ribs. So this here, see how long it is? My pork. You want to make it this big. There will be bone in it, okay, the young bone, the chewy, okay, and it's like crunchy bones, okay, the white bones, okay, your riblets. Put it one side. Your riblets or pork ribs, okay, now I am going to bring all of these. Okay, I have all of my vegetables. Okay, here's the eggplants, here's the mushroom, and here's let me see, the lotus root, and then I have my tomato. And this tomato bump on tomato nung bang pa, eggplants, purple eggplants nung drop go with drop was why nung mushroom គឺថាផ្សិត lotus root នឹង ផលិត lemongrass នឹង ស្លឹកគ្រៃ okay, I'm going to put this here. I am going to transfer everything to my the place where I am going to cook everything. Okay, so let's go with me. Okay, now បងប្អូនមកជាមួយខ្ញុំកាត់អីនៅលើតុឥឡូវមកកន្លែងចង្ក្រាននេះចង្ក្រានខ្ញុំ Okay, now here on my stove, okay, the water is already boiling. See the water boiling. The first thing that you have to do, see, all of you probably see this here, the chicken flavor soup base. I have the chicken flavor soup base, and I have my coconut milk. Okay, I got this from the Spanish store. Okay, and what I'm going to do first, okay, my water is boiling, as you could see. Okay, okay, now since my water is boiling, I am going to lower this a little bit. What I'm going to do, see, water boiling, you're gonna put salt. On. Ooh. Can you see that? When you add the salt, it accelerates or makes the water boil even more. Okay, so now throw in or put in your lemongrass ដាក់បងប្អូនដាក់ស្លឹកគ្រៃ okay and then once you put ស្លឹកគ្រៃ in once you put the lemongrass in now put in your pork riblets okay I'm putting my pork in okay ដាក់ឆ្អឹងជំនីជ្រូកបងប្អូន I'm putting my pork riblets or pork in okay now the fish the salmon you don't have to put it in right away you want to put that later on you're going right now baby yeah. Okay big piece baby girl now with your big serving spoon or you know cooking spoon right utensil put a little bit of chicken flavor so put this in okay and turn the heat on high okay I just put that in to help the flavor and I also put the salt in already so that should be cooking now for this soup you will also need culantro okay this is the herbs that you'll need looks just like that okay on the edges it looks like serrated saw but it does not harm your fingers or prick your finger to the point where you're in pain then you need sweet basil អានេះជីក្រហមឯងបងប្អូន sweet basil ហ្នឹងជីហ្នឹងហ្នឹងគេហៅជីអីតែខ្ញុំហៅជីក្រហមអាហ្នឹងហើយនឹងអានេះបងប្អូន okay now I am going to make sure that this is boiling to make sure it boil with this here you're gonna need to put some of the coconut cream or coconut milk now what I am going to put in my tom yum soup is what we call tom yum soup base okay so I'm going to show you the tom yum soup base that I gotអានេះខ្ញុំមកយកគ្រឿងក្រៅថាต้มយำស៊ុបហ្នឹងបងប្អូនឥឡូវតុកខ្ញុំនេះច្រើនណាស់នៅក្នុងខ្ញុំពីកូនខ្ញុំយកទៅដល់ណាហើយ okay maybe over there instead my pork is cooking at the moment okay so I know I have my soup somewhere កូនខ្ញុំយកទៅដល់ណាទេហើយនៅក្នុងទូនោះហើយទូទឹកកកបងប្អូនពេលយើងធ្វើស៊ុបធ្វើអីក៏ដោយបងប្អូនដឹងនេះឡើង okay it was in my fridge and I was looking in my cubby so this here what you need is instant soup hot sour soup okay there's a different brand as well so if you want to use this one it's fine it says tom yum kong okay or instant soup hot and sour flavor so you just need to put a little bit what it is in here is all the ingredients that you need for your tom yum okay you will add some more ingredients as well but for this the easiest way okay you can get one of these jars okay there's different brand you can use whatever brand you want as long as say tom yum okay you take a spoonful out so it looks just like that គ្រឿងវាបងប្អូនណាគ្រឿងនេះต้มยำគេហៅต้มยำ ingredient and then you put it in your pot okay oh let me just rinse it I'm going to put 2 spoonfuls in there 2 spoonfuls okay another spoon I like it it has in here different ingredients that will make your tom yum soup really tasty okay then see this here with the coconut cream okay you open that up now you don't need I have a hard time some people may only put a little bit I'm gonna put the whole thing you know why because brand នេះវាអត់សូវមានខ្ទិះច្រើនដោយផុសខ្មែរយើងឯងបងប្អូនចាំខ្ញុំដាក់ទាំងអស់ so now stir it okay see how it's white stir it okay see my meat it's already cooking okay and see the coloration the color of your soup it's coming together okay stir it very well you may see a little bit of what you call it clunk, okay, little clumps. That's the coconut cream. That's okay. It's fine. It will dissolve. Okay, when you leave it and let it cook, it will dissolve. So the cream will dissolve. So don't worry. Even if it doesn't dissolve, don't worry. It's gonna just taste good. Okay. Now here's what I'm going to tell you. When you cover your pot, okay, the lid. I am covering my lid, my pot with the lid. L-I-D បងប្អូននេះ lid ណា lid ហ្នឹងគម្របហ្នឹងគេថា lid cooking pot ហ្នឹងឆ្នាំងសឡ cooking pot. This is my container, my bowl. This is my stainless steel bowl. So inside I have all the ingredients. ត្រប់ okay ត្រប់បងប្អូន lotus root, okay, mushroom ឥឡូវនេះវាពុះឲ្យបងប្អូន okay. Now I like to put my lotus root first, okay, into my pot so it starts to boil. The pork riblets going to cook just fine, so don't worry. So here you put your lotus root first. Don't put the what you call it, don't put the eggplants first because the eggplants cook very easily and you don't want the eggplants to be mushy. Okay, put the lotus root. ខ្ញុំដាក់ស្អីអានេះបងប្អូន lotus root គេហៅអីគេចានេះមិនសយងចេកlotus root កៅអៅឈូកឯបងប្អូនlotus root អានេះI'm putting this in first. ផលិតដូចផលិតទេបងប្អូនកៅអៅឈូកឯបងប្អូនណាខ្ញុំផលិតមួយកៅអៅឈូកឯបងប្អូនខ្ញុំចេះច្រឡំគ្នា so put it in. Okay, then you can put your mushrooms. Mushroom is no problem too. So I accidentally put some eggplants in there. Okay, so put your mushroom. Your tomatoes will go last, so don't put your tomatoes because your eggplants ហើយនឹង tomato បងប្អូនដាក់ក្រោយ tomato ហ្នឹងពេញប៉ោះកុំតន់ដាក់វាដាក់ក្រោយគេអាពេញប៉ោះហ្នឹង your tomato ហ្នឹងពេញប៉ោះបងប្អូន your tomato and your what you call it eggplants you can put toward the end because they cook very very fast. Okay, you can hear my bracelet hitting the side of the what you call it, my bowl. Okay, so I'm leaving my eggplants. Let me just finish putting in the mushroom. Oh, មើលខ្ញុំដើរយ៉ា eggplants are purple eggplants ខ្លះហើយ Okay, put it in. Now with the mushroom, see how it's boiling? Your tom yum soup, okay? You should have, if you have a lot of vegetables to put, like celery. I have celery, but I didn't get a chance to cut them, so I don't have to include celery. Some people put celery, it tastes really, really good, okay? Now, some people, they like to put what we call prahok. You can put prahok too, if you want to, but I am going to put fish sauce instead. ខ្ញុំអត់ដាក់ប្រហុកទេខ្ញុំដាក់ទឹកត្រី Okay, ខ្ញុំដាក់ទឹកត្រី so I'm going to put a little bit of fish sauce. Okay, now with the fish sauce, okay, with the fish sauce I'm going to put a little bit, okay, a little bit of me, okay, a little bit more តែប៉ុណ្ណឹងពីច្រូចទេអាច្រូចហ្នឹងធំហ្នឹង those of you who have been cooking with me or watching my videos, I have no exact measurement for my cooking because I don't have exact recipes. Oh, look at my hair. សក់ខ្ញុំដល់ហើយបងប្អូននៅនេះក្តៅខ្ញុំទៅសក់ខ្ញុំកត្រិងកត្រឹងអស់អាបលឹមឃើញស្អាតទេប៉ុន្តែដល់ពេលនេះឡើងកត្រិងកត្រឹងអស់ Okay, so នេះចិត្តហើយបងប្អូន You know what I forgot? Oh my goodness, I forgot to put lime leaves, the kefir lime leaf. Okay, I am going to take some. ផ្លេចដាក់ស្លឹកក្រូចបងប្អូនមកបថោមើលអញ្ចឹង Sạch rồi nhóm phải đo má thái hay mình là mặt đen nhóm. Ok, sạch rồi. Mai nhóm ơi sạch rồi nhóm tài đấy, bóng ồn. Thật lẹ bật đấy. Now, I am going to put kefir lime leaf and some galinga. Anh ấy là mặt đen nó nhóm cắt hả vậy? Nhóm cắt vì đống mà về nhóm bàn mà bong xây nhóm no Florida got đầm mặt đen chờ này. And I am going to put mặt đen galinga. I'm gonna put đặc pí. Nhưng mình đặt bằng mop freezer. I'm gonna put galinga. Okay, this here. Đặt pí. Putting two of it. Pí cho nó thom nè. Hay nhóm mình đặt crôi, slug crôi side để bóng ổn. Anh ấy bị dry bóng ổn, dry hay nè. Mai nhóm áo ấy.แล้วđặt slug crôi clap. Nó không nè. In the soup. Okay, and go we'll see how it's boiling. Very nice. Okay, boiling. Okay,ให้บองโอนอันนี้ใส่เวียดจะอันให้บองโอน Okay, เห็นได้เลื่อนนะTom yum soup is very easy to make. Okay, because it is very similar to Vietnamese soup. ខ្ញុំប្រាប់បងប្អូនថា Tom yum soup ស្រួលធ្វើមែនតើอันนี้so if you have Tom yum soup the container in the jar, use that. It's easier. Okay, if you want to put a whole jar, you will find to do that. Now see how I already have all of the ingredients, the vegetable boiling. So I'm going to add my eggplant. Just be careful when you put in your purple eggplants. Okay, don't splatter on yourself. What I did was when I put it in, it's splattered on me a little bit, so don't, just be careful. Handle with care. Don't splatter yourself. Okay, bump on it. Turn it, bump on. Now for the tom yum soup, if you want to put shrimp, you can as well. Okay, you can also put shrimp. Nowខ្ញុំចិត្តហើយពុះណាតែពុះទៅ once it boil, you can add. Now to make it sour, some people like it sour. I'm going មើលគ្រឿងខ្ញុំច្រើនណាបងប្អូន you can actually put more of these. Okay, ដាក់នេះឲ្យជូរបងប្អូន tamarind soup mix. Okay, tamarind soup mix. You can find this sour tamarind itself, the fruit, okay, is sour. Okay, and you can find the packet in the Asian store. If you don't like too sour, it's fine. You don't have to put sour. Okay, but I like a little bit sour. See, I just put a little bit. I think a little bit. I think a little bit. That's my little bit. Okay, roll it up. You can save it. Now, some of you may not like the sourness that much. You don't have to put it, but I like my food a little bit of tanginess. Okay, sweetness, and see the what you call it, the eggplants, the purple eggplants, when it start cooking, it turn like brown. That's okay, that's normal because it's purple, but once it start cooking, the skin will turn brown. Okay, now bump on, and then you can put your salmon. Okay, or salmon. Some people pronounce it salmon, some people pronounce it salmon. It doesn't matter. I pronounce it salmon. Okay, so you can put your salmon in once the vegetable, okay, is cooked. So now here's the thing, I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more. Okay, cook it a little bit more. Now here's what it makes it taste good. You are going to put some sugar, a little bit of sugar. So បងប្អូនដាក់ស្ករបន្តិចទៅបានឆ្ងាញ់បើអត់ដាក់ស្ករទេអត់ឆ្ងាញ់ទេបងប្អូន Okay, so you are going to put some, I'm going to put some sugar into my pot. Okay, when I say some, 1 2, okay, ដាក់បន្តិចទៀត 3. Okay, now the soup itself, it needs to be tasty. Okay, the taste you need, it has to taste sourness. Okay, ជូរហើយ ផ្អែមហើយរៀងប្រៃតិច and រៀងមានឆ្ងាញ់ okay see all the ingredients ពុះឲ្យបងប្អូនពុះខ្លាំងមែនតើ okay now I'm going to try to taste it however before I taste it I'm going to put in my salmon okay salmon ហ្នឹងដាក់ត្រីវាចូលទៅបងប្អូន okay put a lot so maybe I can bring some to my sister okay Rebecca we'll see okay okay now បងប្អូន see when you are cooking tom yum soup okay you put the water halfway because once you put the vegetables in all the vegetable in and the meat look at how much it goes up into the pot right it almost up to the brim okay so when you are putting the water put it halfway first okay water halfway boil it once it boil put lemongrass after lemongrass put the meat okay now with salmon with លឿនណាបងប្អូន okay now add your tomato see the waters keep on boiling you have the heat on high okay tomato in nhắm chỗ chậm liền đẩy thử tích liền đẩy tích then see how it's almost up to the brim and I can see the cream of the what you call it coconut cream coconut cream with បងប្អូន Ooh. Hello I'm going to do a little bit of now you need to cook at least 5 more minutes okay so that the 3 or 5 minutes so that the tomato that my daughter cut for me prepared for me will cook okay so what I need to do I'm gonna taste a little bit ចាំមើលវាដូចយើងខ្វះអីយើងដាក់នឹងដាក់ថែមបងប្អូន so you are going to take a little bit of your broth okay your soup and taste it okay make sure you blow because it's ក្តៅ make sure you blow ណាបងប្អូនត្រូវផ្លុំវាតែអត់ផ្លុំវាខ្លាចវាក្តៅអាលៀកដាតឬមួយអាលៀកមាត់ so make sure you blow so that your tongue and your lips will not be burnt by the hot soup you know what it needs a little bit more sugar okay ដាក់ឲ្យផ្អែមតិចឲ្យមិនផ្អែមណាស់ណាដូចផ្អែមទេដាក់ឲ្យផ្អែមតិចទៅ put a little bit of sugar okay sugar I just add one more I'm gonna add another oneដាក់ទឹកវិញហើយដូចវាអត់សូវជូរ now with the tom yum soup you need to make sure that it is sour it's អត់សូវជូរដោយសារអា tomato ខ្ញុំនេះបងប្អូនវាអត់ទាន់អាលាយវាអត់ទាន់ the tomato the sourness in the tomato hasn't come out yet so when it comes out it should be fine okay now I put in here salt okay the chicken soup base that I showed you okay sugar tom yum soup that I show you from the jar okay from that jar here now what you need to do you are going to cut these into tiny you need to cut it really fine okay I am going to show you to cut it and if you have scallion you can add scallion what I neglected to tell my daughter to buy for me was that scallion however I can go grab my scallion from upstairs because I am going to cut my scallion here okay បងប្អូនខ្ញុំកាប់ scallion not scallion culantro okay culantro with my knife យកនេះចាញ់ okay because the tom yum soup is very similar to what you call it a Vietnamese soup okay we call some law machu yuen Vietnamese soup ហ្នឹងគេហៅថាសម្លម្ជូរយួន so this here tom yum soup so I need this here cut it very fine chop it very fine just like that okay that's how I showed you leave it and then this here of course you have to wash it the sweet basil wash it my daughter already did it for me in the strainer here I am going to taste again one more time okay see what it tastes like now look at the broth look at how it's boiling right you see the broth it's boiling very nicely. Ooh. See the salmon okay you can put shrimp in here too my nephews or my daughter loves shrimp as well I'm not putting shrimp because I already have salmon in there plum blow nấu ngành oh tastes good so I'm done so my tom yum soup so here's what I want to show you oh ooh, ooh. Now it's overflow so I need to wipe I am gonna turn down the soup a little bit but ភ្លើងវាតិចវាពុះឡើងចេញពីឆ្នាំង it's overflow to the point where it's spilling over okay because when it boiled it's boiled you know when it boiling popping okay now here's my salmon okay tray and here's my pork I have my pork my riblets my vegetables មានអីទាំងអស់ I am going to go pick my scallion see បងប្អូន oh tray gonna go pick my scallion and I'm gonna put it in now when you are serving to your friends okay you can serve the soup to your friends with white rice and once you put on the table you can put the culantro and the sweet basil and scallion together chop up the scallion very small pieces and put them all together into the bowl when you put it on the table or in the pots up to you but it looks better if you put a big bowl and put all the scallions all the ingredients in there on inside the bowl when you serve to your friends or your family that's it បងប្អូនឥឡូវនេះមើលខ្ញុំដាក់បន្តិចទៅរួយបន្តិចទៅ okay andជីនេះ you can put it in here if you want just like I'm doing right now put a little bit and I'm gonna go pick my scallion from my little garden that I have okay that's it see how beautiful it looks see it looks good all the ingredients in there ឆ្អិនបាត់បងប្អូន20នាទី30នាទីអរគុណ okay ជម្រាបលាជួបគ្នាលើក្រោយទៀតបងប្អូនបាយបាយបាយបាយបងប្អូន